Incidentally, it became a very fruitful activity. We called it an ABC caravan. So both of us are into this because this is our passion. So advocacy is an assumption of a collective set of values, principles, and a common good on behalf of another. Wholesome activities emanate from shared thoughts, passion, because I have a son with autism. Mayan is a survivor. And we have also Rotarian Jane, who is also a survivor. And we have also past President Jessie, who is also in the water and waste management, and my lovely spouse, who is also into the environment and livable Cebu. So these collective efforts and line of expertise from relentless individuals unfolded the idea into a realistic activity. Lo and behold, ABCD Caravan came about in the year 2007 in tandem with the Rotary International team, Rotary Shares. So we said, let's do this. So ABCD Caravan is actually a maternal literacy project of Rotary Club of Cebu Fuentena. So it is advocating on the different issues affecting the community. So this is chaired by Rotarians, spouses, and partners in service, formerly launched in the year 2007. The alphabet stands for A for autism, BC for breast cancer. The first B was really dengue. No? In fact, spouse Babes Villar was one of our forerunner in the D. And then eventually, one of our lady Rotarians came in. That's Dr. Timmy Q for dental care. And just last year, another D came in for domestic violence for Rotarian Jane. For E, we have education. We started with Read Aloud in coordination with PDI or Philippine Daily Inquirer activity. And we have also the environment, since Yumi is very involved with mangroves for environment, as well as Jessie. So what benefits will this project give to the community? The project provides an awareness campaign and a literacy training for adults, especially women, mothers, social workers, which incorporate family health care, sanitation, literacy, environment, preservation, and income-generating activities into brief literacy courses. So if you remember, we had this backpack project before, no? So we were able to establish an income-generating activity from this, wherein it was being adopted by the other 99 Rotary clubs of District 3860 for their literacy project. So the 3 R's came in for reuse, recycle, and what's the other R? Reduce, recycle, reduce. That's right. So the second benefit is really a literacy training. So my apologies. Dr. Julio Gonzalez is also within the caravan for healthcare for children. So the literacy training for children in tandem with the local education authorities encompassing the special needs, no, and the children also, street children in the different mountain barangays and public schools. The third one, it addresses a global concern for our environment, and it uplifts the life of coastal communities by livelihood components. So this is practically the 3 benefits of the project of RCCF. So can this project be replicated by other clubs in District 3860, and can be modified? Yes, it can be. In fact, when we were going around in the 99 clubs, I brought along the ABC Caravan with me every time I would speak to the club, to the different clubs. Yes, this literary project can be replicated by other clubs and even be modified based on the advocacy that club would like to undertake and currently appropriate in their community needs. So perhaps in Manila or in Cagayan de Oro, they can have the earthquake as well as the flood control, no? And then in some other aspects, we have also gone far in distributing the larvicide for dengue. It was not contained only in Cebu City, but it has gone to the province already. So, what are the tools that you're going to use for such advocacies? You have flip charts, posters, flyers, PowerPoint presentation, and the mentors informing the community of the signs and symptoms, and the early detection and early intervention. So, for both A and BC, we usually do this in the caravan. So what can Reach Rotary do to help? No? Since we're talking about A for autism, Reach stands for Responsive Education for Autistic Children. So it is committed to provide a broad range of services called the Life Approach. For people with autism, it points about lifelong, integrated, functional, and evolving programs in the development of their skills. So Rotary Reach Tandem advocates the different barangays and the municipality through the ABCDE caravan, wherein social workers, mothers, siblings, fathers, and the community as well, or as a whole, are taught about the signs and symptoms and the management. So scholarship program for the indigent families with special needs has been made possible through the help of the Rotary clubs and in collaboration, in particular with RCCF. So the caravan has been inspired by this thought from RI President Bichay Ratapul. I believe that the human side of service, getting personally involved in a project close to one's heart, is the most effective way to motivate. It gives Rotarians a sense of belonging and purpose. So on page sharing the real-life living experiences and learning experiences and expertise, this is simply to connect with the community, to guide the afflicted, and to unite and synergize the other organization to be in the caravan. So we have A for autism, ABCDE caravan. This is usually our tarpaulin that we bring along. Cooperation with DepEd and CDN and EDI and Jollibee also. And I Can Serve Foundation. So this is another thing that we have prepared also with past President Mayan. So these are some activities in Barangay Mabolo. We have the read aloud when we do the advocacies on the ABC. We had also in Barangay Common Pardo, and then in CTU, together with the Kapamilya ABS-CBN. I think this was the term when President Nonoy was the president of Cebu Chamber of Commerce. And then we also had a caravan in Barangay Ermita, in Sibonga, no, last May. This is already during the term of President Pina. And the latest was in J Center 2 weeks ago with Rotarian Jane for domestic violence and autism. So these are some of our scholars now in Reach. Some are in a wait list. There are 15 of them, and they are from Lapu-Lapu, some of them are from Talisay, some from Mandaue, some are from Busay. There's also one from Dapitan, no, who needs sponsorship. So these are diagnosed on autistic spectrum disorder. So I have also good news with you. We had one Rotarian who visited the club. His name was Rotarian Jean Cador. Their club is sponsoring one of the scholars. She is an orphan in Asilo de Milagrosa. So Sister Letty of Asilo approached us to find a sponsor for the kid. So the kid will probably start her early intervention with Reach sometime this month. So what you do for yourself, this is the dictum of the caravan. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for others lives on. A bunch of guidebooks. and make wonderful plans to see Rome, the Colosseum, the paintings of Michelangelo, the gondolas in Venice. You may learn some hand phrases in Italian too. It's all exciting. After months of eager anticipation, the day finally arrives. You pack your bags and off you go. Several hours later, the plane lands. The stewardess comes in and says, "Welcome to Holland." Holland? You say Holland? What do you mean Holland? I signed up for Italy. I'm supposed to be in Italy. All my life, I dream of going to Italy. But there's a change in the flight plan. They've landed in Holland, and there you must stay. The important thing is that they haven't taken you to a horrible, disgusting, filthy place full of pestilence, famine, and disease. It's just a different place. So you must go out and buy new guidebooks. And you must learn a whole new language. And you will meet a whole new group of people whom you would have never met. It's just a different place. It's slower paced than Italy, less flashy than Italy. But after you've been there for a while, you catch your breath and you look around. You begin to notice that Holland has windmills. Holland has tulips. Holland even has Rembrandts. But everyone you know is busy coming and going from Italy. And they're all bragging about what a wonderful time they had there. And for the rest of your life, you will say, "Yes, that's where I was supposed to go. That's what I have planned." And the pain of the experience will never ever go away. The loss of the dream is very significant loss. But if you spend the rest of your life mourning the fact that you didn't go to Italy, you may never be free to enjoy the very special, the very lovely thing about my son's had autism. Zach, our youngest child, was 1 year and 10 months old then. All the while, I thought he was all right. However, I have noticed that he did certain things repetitively. One of his most telling traits was a passion for touching doorknobs. At 1 year and 5 months, he was growing typically as a child should. He could clearly say Dad and Mom and could follow simple commands. But soon after, he regressed. We promptly sought professional help. My world will never be the same again. I silently told myself as I grappled with the bombshell of the news that was given to me at the turn of a millennium. I brought the dead spot in my heart whenever I went. I wept in desperate silence whenever I thought about it. Many questions run through my mind in the process. What might have happened? Is there a cure? Can we find a special school for him? Is there a support group for us? What happens when he grows up? Day and night, I ponder the possible causes. Was it my polyhydramnios pregnancy? The immunization that was administered on him? The food we gave him? The list went on and on, but it wasn't any of them. Tests were conducted on him, a brain scan, thyroid, auditory, and other tests, but results didn't conclude that any of these factors would have caused his condition. My husband and I read medical books on autism. We searched the internet and devoured all possible materials in it. But one sunny afternoon, a simple incident opened my mind and my heart. I was frantically searching for my car keys in my bag when my eldest son, Chin Chin, approached me. Mom, It's probably because you've been thinking about Zach again and again that you forgot all about us, he said politely. I was taken aback. It was then that I realized it was time for me to stop my self-denial and accept our faith. Have faith in God was what my mom said. Faith is like swimming in the pool. If you struggle, you sink. If you let go, you float. When we pray, we don't beg or struggle. We simply believe. It was time to put things in place for my child with autism and his siblings. I told myself, move now and move fast. In no time, my checklist was systematically laid based on priorities. Part of it was locating a special school and services available to address the special needs of my son. We used different approaches to determine the best and most affordable for Zach. Early intervention, teaming up with professionals, gave us a chance to put the pieces together and understand the puzzle called autism. I am now in my 12th year in serving the special school. I have realized that if you want to pursue something you hold dear in your heart, things will mystifyingly fall into place at the right time and the right place. You may not find the significance of who you are as a mother, a father, a teacher, a therapist, a caregiver, a supporter, or even a janitor in a center, unless you understand that you were meant to be with these special children. Life in a special center is a special gift bestowed upon us. It is a gift of wisdom that underlines this mystery of autism. As parents, when did we realize that patience is a virtue to be experienced? As therapists, when did we realize that helping a special child sit could open a world of learning? However, when we are half-baked with our commitment and undecided about accepting this special child into our care, which is the reality of this opportunity called blessings in our life, then we will eventually struggle each day and find ourselves unworthy of such gift. Of what significance then is this endeavor called service to mankind bestowed upon us to the community? With so many people in this world, why were you and I chosen to be a mother or a father of a special kid? With so many medical affiliates, how come time brought us together in a special center or in a support organization? Actually, I do not know the answer. But someone out there must have planned our path the way he wanted it to be. Hence, a special education consultant put it. I found this togetherness today a fitting moment, not only to learn the truth behind the spectrum, but also working as a throng of angels who sees to it that the glory shines in each child with autism. Dear friends, does happiness bear an expensive price tag having a special kid? Well, not necessarily. Time is a known element. Do we take time to do organic backyard farming, considering these days as the best food for special children? Yes, the greens and the root crops that are abundant in our surroundings. Kamunggay, sitaw, sayote, kalbasa, not the potatoes or the junk foods that are available for us. Not those on the rocks or the bottled preserved juices, but the freshly squeezed limoncito. Do we find precious bonding time with our special kids like walking his dog, reading, swimming, listening to music, playing badminton, biking, hearing the bird chirp and the frog crow? My son Zach taught me how to relieve stress by staying still and watching the ruffling of the leaves. These are the pleasures that are within our means and bountiful, if we just take care to look around. The best things in life are free. They cannot be seen or touched. They can only be felt in the heart. Every parent usually ponders, what happens when time will come when our hair turns white? When we grow old and weary, who will take care of our children? Do we empower ourselves to be the best parent to our special child and plan a roadmap for them? This is every parent's call, and it is up to us to decide. Dear friends, it's not where we started, but it is where we're going that matters. We don't know what tomorrow brings or when our special children's journey will lead us. But we are certain that we will continue to walk with them in faith and courage in this pilgrimage called life. Let us spread autism advocacy to the community and to the whole world and get involved. So we have a little prayer, the rich prayer. Dear God, change is never easy, yet growth demands it. Therefore, I fearfully step out of my world of defeatism and cautiously open myself. Therefore, I will be patient in letting you and others become perfect and complete. Lacking in nothing, I will need a lot of help. Therefore, I will accept those special children you send to me from various places at various times for my loving care. Truthfully, Father, I'm still intimidated and lack the strength. Therefore, I ask that you will do something for me that I cannot do for myself. And as my attitudes change and a better me becomes a reality, I will give you all the praises in gratitude. Amen. Living, loving, and learning with autism.